As one of the largest countries in both land area and population, China also leads the world in seafood production, especially tuna, with 36,500 tons harvested annually. Every day, dozens of massive fishing vessels from China operate across the Pacific, Indian, and even Atlantic Oceans, hauling in tons of tuna to meet both domestic demand and export needs. So, what enables China to catch such an enormous amount of tuna in such a short time? Let's dive in and find out together. China owns one of the largest distant water fishing fleets in the world, with thousands of vessels operating regularly. Specifically, the tuna fishing fleet alone includes hundreds of ships, most of which are modern and equipped with satellite tracking systems, radar, fish-finding technology, and high-capacity cold storage. These fleets frequently operate in tuna-rich waters such as the Western and Central Pacific near Papua New Guinea and Indonesia, the Indian Ocean, and occasionally even the South Atlantic near Africa. This global reach allows China to harvest tuna all year round, regardless of season or weather conditions. As a result, they consistently bring in large quantities of tuna after each fishing trip. Modern tuna fishing no longer relies heavily on instinct or traditional experience. Chinese fishing vessels are equipped with sonar systems to detect underwater sound signals and long-range radar technology, enabling them to locate large schools of tuna swimming beneath the surface. In addition, ocean monitoring satellites help identify areas with warm currents and high concentrations of plankton, ideal conditions where tuna often gather. A land-based coordination center continuously sends real-time data about potential fishing zones. Captains and onboard engineers use this data to determine the best locations for deploying their nets, ensuring maximum fishing efficiency. Thanks to this close coordination between satellite surveillance, meteorological data, and sonar technology, Chinese fishing vessels can locate and reach tuna schools within just a few hours. One of the primary fishing techniques used by China is purse seining, the most efficient method for catching large quantities of tuna. A purse seine net can be up to 1,000 meters long and several hundred meters deep. It is deployed in a circle around a school of tuna and then tightened like a giant drawstring bag. The tuna trapped inside the net are then scooped up with smaller nets and brought aboard. Each Chinese purse seiner can catch dozens of tons of tuna per trip, generating high revenues for the fishing vessels. However, due to the large-scale nature of this method, it has faced criticism for putting pressure on tuna populations, especially big-eye and yellowfin tuna. As a result, many ocean regions have introduced regulations banning the use of purse seines in fishing operations. In addition to purse seining, longline handline fishing is also used to catch high-value tuna species such as bluefin and yellowfin tuna. A single longline can stretch for tens of kilometers, with thousands of baited hooks attached. Although this method takes more time, it allows for precise targeting of specific species and helps reduce bycatch of unwanted marine life. 5-6. To ensure the quality of tuna when catching tons per day, Chinese fishing vessels are equipped with ultra-low temperature freezing systems on board, typically operating at -60 degrees Celsius. Right after the tuna are brought aboard, They are cleaned, processed, and frozen within a few hours to preserve their freshness and nutritional value. Large vessels are even equipped with systems for sorting, initial cutting, and preliminary packaging of tuna before being transported back to port. This process saves time and ensures the products are ready for deep processing or export. A large Chinese tuna fishing vessel may carry 30-50 crew members, including sailors, engineers, and technicians. Each person has a specific role, from operating machinery, deploying and retrieving nets, sorting fish, to handling and preserving the catch. The crew is professionally trained, experienced in working under harsh weather conditions, and well-versed in processing tuna to ensure the highest quality. The typical operation period for one vessel lasts between 30 to 90 consecutive days at sea. Once the storage holds are full, the tuna is transferred to carrier vessels for transportation back to land, allowing the main ship to continue fishing without having to return to port. After being brought back to port, the tuna is sorted into two main categories. Group 1 includes premium fresh tuna intended for export to countries such as Japan, South Korea, and the United States. Group 2 includes tuna for processing into canned products, dried fish, fish balls, and other items. China has numerous large tuna processing factories located in coastal cities such as Guangzhou, Fujian, Hainan, and Shandong. The premium fresh tuna is preliminarily processed, packaged, and transported by air to consumer countries. Meanwhile, the processed tuna is shipped in frozen containers to international markets. Tuna is not only a vital commercial product, but also a key part of China's strategy to develop its marine economy. Each year, China catches and exports hundreds of thousands of tons of tuna, generating substantial revenue and creating jobs for tens of thousands of workers in the fisheries sector. This helps stabilize the economy and improve income for many coastal communities.
Is freshwater shrimp commonly consumed in the US? Perhaps many people will think that shrimp is just a side dish for Americans. However, according to actual statistics, the US is the second largest shrimp consumer after China. Here, shrimp is one of the most consumed products, accounting for about 25 to 30% of the total seafood market in the country. Freshwater shrimp farms are popular in many US states. Join us to explore freshwater shrimp farms in the US. Explore the largest freshwater shrimp farm in the United States. Freshwater shrimp, also known as giant river shrimp and tiger shrimp, are close relatives of marine shrimp. They are also known for having succulent, firm tail meat, a lobster-like texture, and a sweet flavor. Therefore, the shrimp farming industry is expanding and developing throughout the United States on different scales. In the United States, freshwater shrimp are grown commercially, mainly in the Midwest, South, and Hawaii. The freshwater shrimp farming industry is small, accounting for less than 1% of annual domestic agriculture production. However, it brings high efficiency and stable economic income to shrimp farming families and owners. Freshwater shrimp are mainly raised in ponds in many areas of the United States. Shrimp ponds typically have a depth of 2 to 5 feet and a surface area of 1 to 5 acres. The pond must be located in an area that is not subject to flooding and is not affected by runoff from areas where pesticides are used. It is also necessary to maintain a temperature of at least 70 degrees Fahrenheit and a pH between 6.5 and 9.5. You should buy baby shrimp from the hatchery because the process of breeding freshwater shrimp is relatively difficult to farmers. Shrimp hatcheries have researched and successfully trained the best quality freshwater shrimp breeds. You should not release shrimp seed directly into the commercial pond because it can cause the shrimp seed to die. Water should be changed so that they gradually adopt to the commercial farming environment. After stocking shrimp into the pond, it is necessary to pay attention to the density in which stocking density needs to be kept low to prevent cannibalism and stunted growth. Water quality is very important in shrimp ponds. To maintain appropriate dissolved oxygen levels, ponds need to be aerated 24 hours a day, continuously for a week during the culture period. Other water quality parameters such as temperature, pH, alkalinity and hardness should also be monitored. Shrimp feed is usually pellets containing 38% of protein, so feed them twice a day in the morning and afternoon. With a larger amount at dusk because shrimp are nocturnal. Freshwater shrimp are not only raised in pond areas, but they are also raised on land in closed environments. For years, the US shrimp farming industry has struggled to compete with cheap shrimp imported from major producing countries, including India and Indonesia. To improve the situation, new shrimp farming projects of all shapes and sizes are increasing across the United States. From traditional pond aquaculture in Texas to large and small recirculating aquaculture systems in California and Florida. Recirculating shrimp farming systems are often built and developed in closed farms. Inside freshwater shrimp farms, modernly designed tanks are built. Large tanks have thousands of shrimps living. They are supplemented with protein and protein-rich pellets to ensure nutrition to help shrimp grow quickly. However, many assessments say that freshwater shrimp farming is mainly developed in outdoor pond farms. because this shrimp species prefer large environments and low densities to grow effectively. The nutritional value of freshwater shrimp meat is very high, rich in calories, protein and calcium. So eating freshwater shrimp contributes to providing vitamins to the human body. Currently, dishes made from shrimp have appeared on the dining tables of many families in America. They believe that freshwater shrimp meat is softer than sea shrimp, but the flavor is more fragrant and sweeter. Processing methods such as grilling, steaming and cooking in butter sauce ensure sweetness and nutrients in shrimp meat, and are also suitable for the taste of the majority of Americans. Today's video ends here. How do you feel today? Please comment a lot below to let us know. Don't forget, click like, share and subscribe to support the channel. For now, goodbye and see you again in the next videos.